What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and welcome back to our Age of Wonders 4 series on the story realm. And this time, we are starting the fourth part of the story. The third part of the story was insane. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go check it out. It was crazy. It seemed hopeless at the end, but we were able to pull through, which is great. But we are going to be going into the Eternal Court. Join the Covenant once more to investigate the haunted forests of Aldweld, origin world of the Elves. Confront the Mad Wizard King who has cast the realm into the shadows of undeath and free the trapped souls within. Okay, so we're playing as the good guys again. Rampant death. The undead plague this realm. Undead units are common. The inhabitants of this realm are cursed with a restless death. Marauder and Free City units gain Curse of Undeath, mutually exclusive with Immortals. All non-ruler units gain Immortal. This realm features less civilization than others. Free cities are rare. Okay. Well, I already know who we're going to be playing as. We will be playing on hard difficulty once again.
Your journey starts here.
We are going to be creating a new faction. Just looking at our pantheon, though, we have Kaige-O Pox, we have Kaige-O Lack, we have Kaige-O-less, and we have Kaige-O. Then obviously we have all of the people that we ran into. Interesting. Factions blocked in this realm. That's kind of cool. Custom. I don't know who this guy is. We never made this guy, I don't think. And then we have our library, which I would assume that these are still people that we're gonna run into, because we can still see like Otto, Decimus, Fricka, Kier. I wonder if these are the people we'll be running into. Shadowborn Elves and Undead Lichbringers. That seems like it would fit the story. But since we passed them up last time, we are going to be playing as the Dwarfkin. We still have Halflings, Goblinoids, Felines, Toadkin, and Molekin. But I've been wanting to play the Dwarfkin. I just feel like they didn't make sense playing as an evil faction last time. Not to say dwarves can't be evil, but yeah, we'll be running as the Dwarfkin. So we get Hardy. We get +8 hit points. Tough, +1 defense and resistance against melee attacks. And defensive tactics. +1 defense, resistance, and 10% evasion when standing next to a friendly unit with defensive tactics. This does not stack. Yeah, we'll be playing as the Dwarfkin this time. I feel like the Goblinoids can still be used as an evil faction. Halflings can be used as good. I feel like Felines, Toadkin, and Molekin can kind of go either way. Let's play as the Dwarfkin.
What is their origin culture?
And with Dwarfkin, we will be playing as Industrious. The Industrious Dwarves. I feel like that makes the most sense. We still have the Dark to play as. Cult of Tyranny and Cult of Death. So, let's go ahead and jump in as the Industrious Dwarves.
What defines their society?
And now we have to choose our traits. We did pick up Mana Addicts from the Pantheon, but that doesn't really make sense for us. We're not going to be focusing on magic this run. They pursue and covet magical equipment, using such items as inspiration for their magical feats. Let me go ahead and look at Industrious.
What is their origin culture?
What does it say? Higher production income. Through bolstering, units get sturdier as they get hit in battle. Bolstered defense when hit by a melee or physical ranged attack. Bolstered resistance when hit by a magic. When Industrious scout units stand within a friendly or neutral province that contains a cliff, mountain, or stalagmite, the player that owns the scout unit can prospect the province for production or gold rewards. Master builders who value grand cities and strong armor, preferring a defensive attitude over an aggressive one.
What defines their society?
Cities gain +2 gold per quarry in their domain. Special province improvements cost -50% production. Capital starts with a workshop and a vendor. This gets 2 random hero items. Workshop is draft income and production, vendor's gold. Gain binding essence and fragments for clearing infestations, ancient wonders, raising cities, and pillaging province. We start with the item forge, an additional 200 resources. Legendary smiths weaving magic into their finely crafted creations through enchantments. Unit enchantment research cost 40% less knowledge to unlock, and unit enchantments cost 30% less upkeep. Or ancient wonders do not require population in order to be annexed to a city. Cities gain +20 production per annexed ancient wonder. So this is all focused on ancient wonders. This is focused on unit enchantment. This is focused on forging and crafting. Builders. I feel like runesmiths and great builders makes the most sense here. I don't feel like it's like the greatest of traits to have. It does give us our Materium affinity. Relates to physical magic. It is associated with resource extraction, transmutation, and mastery over the mundane physical world. So maybe I guess magic does kind of make sense for the dwarves. But I think I'm going to keep with what we have.
Choose your first tome of magic.
So we have Tome of Enchantment or Tome of Rock. We have the Copper Golem, which we have seen. Unit enchantment, +1 resistance, and when entering defense mode, this unit and all adjacent allies receive +1 resistance until the start of the next turn.
What defines their society?
And we get the better research and less upkeep for enchantments. So enchantments are going to be huge. Physical range attacks of enchanted units, +10% damage against magic origin, and base 60% chance of removing a positive status effect. Target owned cities have 20 production, 20 draft, but minus city stability. And melee attacks of enchanted units inflict Sunder Defense and Demolisher, allowing them to get rid of obstacles. Or, Tome of Rock, we have the Gargoyle. Cancels retaliation in defense mode and 24 physical damage, so that's almost like a charge attack. Stone Skin, -3 spirit resistance, but gains defense and resistance. That could actually be nice, because we won't be going... I can assume going against undead, we won't be playing against any spirit lords. Melee and physical range attacks gain physical damage and a chance of inflicting bleed, which isn't going to be too useful against the undead. Race transformation, defense, mountain camouflage, and mountain walk. Okay. And then we have the lesser stone spirit who has the melee strike. I'm kind of leaning towards the Tome of Enchantment. I kind of like this. And, I mean, it focuses on enchantments, which we get a reduced upkeep cost for. We get the Rune Carver's Camp. Special province that gives us more draft, mana per quarry, unit deployment location, and counts as a quarry. Yeah. Let's go Tome of Enchantment.
What is your ruler's origin?
Have access to unique army leadership hero skills. 20% experience gain. 100 relation with free cities. Mortal champion rulers start with the command ability, which gives people an extra turn. Champion governors, you're all about farms, food, population. Where you're about combat spells. Mana. Casting points, channeling ritual, which is pretty solid. But I think I'm gonna go back to a champion.
Reveal yourself.
Okay, now I do feel like our lord should be more of like a warrior. Do we? I mean, we are all about defense, so I feel like a defender makes sense. We could do with these new ones, but a hammer and shield just sounds right. Pike, or we could get the tyrant sword, but we're not a tyrant, so we won't be doing that. We want a nice sturdy dwarf with short legs. Yeah, we gotta have his weapon. A dwarf with a huge head. Let me just take off the helmet so we can see his head. I like this one. I feel like that's fitting. You gotta have a solid beard. Outfit. I feel like dwarves are all about their jewels. That's kind of sick. This one I feel like is the most fitting. It has the most amount of jewels. Go with this. Materium. The brew. Dwarves love their brew. Or we could do with the rune. The rune's kind of cool. I'm pretty happy with that. For a mount, what would it make sense? I mean, the boars kind of make sense. We'll stick with the boars. Even the women have beards. Okay. I think all of this is good.
Your journey begins.
I want king. King. I'm gonna go with Gimli. Oh, no. No. Ping Gimli. Since we love our Lord of the Rings. I don't mind Gem Keep. Gimli Crafter. Gimli Silverback. Gimli Tall Shield. Gimli Ironheart. Diligent Dwarfkin. Building Dwarfkin. Stocky Industrialist. Will be the Dwarven Miners. Onward! The Eternal Court. Let's see what we're dealing with.
After seizing the Gildercoil, the Shaddai suddenly disappeared. This concerned most Godia, the members of the Covenant in particular, who were actively opposed to the Shaddai and their schemes. However, none knew how to follow the Shaddai, or what their destination was. The Covenant convened in Magehaven to debate.
Okay.
The Athlan ruler Sundrin proposed to seek out Prince Meandor, her uncle. Meandor was a powerful wizard of death, and the heir of the fallen house in Iok. He was the first Athlan to discover Magehaven, and had guided many banished wizards there, including the Shaddai, saving them from eternal torment in the darkness that lay between the realms. If anyone could track down the Shaddai wizards, it was Meandor.
Okay. So we're gonna see Sundrin again?
However, for reasons unknown or unfortunate, Meandor had elected to exile himself to Oldweald, the ancient home world of the elves, where he established a realm for himself. Since then, concerning reports had reached Magehaven. The shadow of death had washed over the vibrant forests, its cities haunted by lingering souls and roaming spirits who are unable to finish their journeys to the well of creation.
Okay.
Many elves had since fled the realm, reporting that Meandor was responsible for its fall. He had vowed to restore his beloved lost elven court to its old glory. Dark magic followed him and his apparitions, as he turned the realm itself against anyone who dared enter his waking dream of the past. The Covenant saw no choice but to send a fearless Godir to reclaim this eternal court from the renegade wizard of shadows.
Gimli! The Fearless Dwarf. Gimli Ironheart. Let's do this. We'll start with... Oh, we have these. Okay, we don't need to choose. You arrive at the realm called the Eternal Court. Even though the flowers bloom and birds sing, the air feels stale. You are joined by first Torchbearer Sundrin of House Eniok, who frowns upon arrival. This is not how Aldweld was described to me. As one of the origin worlds of the elves, it was to be lush and grand. Deep down, all elves long for this world, but... She suddenly winces and grabs her head. I hear. Do you hear that? Whispers. Something is very wrong in this realm. Something here affects me, Sundrin says. I do not trust my senses. I will follow your lead, Gimli. We should find what ails the Eternal Court. I will investigate what has happened here. We get her. She's a ranger. Nice. Alright, where are we starting? Top left corner, it seems. We start with 2 Anvil Guard and an Arbalist. Oh, Spring Fairy off the rip? My gosh.
Yeah.
Looks like we have an infestation.
Huh?
What are you holding? A banner. Will grant all units some experience. Well. Okay. We probably want to hold off then. You have something over there as well. Shield units gain the resistance. Archer units or sundering blades. I think I'm gonna go spell tempered shields to start off with. Set production. We're gonna start with the workers' farmstead, which gives us production and food. And then we'll probably start with another arbalist. Can we see how many rulers there are? Looks like a few. Sundrin approaches you, concerned. King Gimli Ironheart, I've received some concerning reports from my scouts. Many people in this realm seem to be ghostly. I'm not sure why these spirits are here. Lingering souls are not uncommon, but this density is problematic. Perhaps those are the voices I keep hearing, whispering. She gazes over the realm and seems to remember something. I heard this realm was home to many elven cities. Surely one of them withstood this ghostly incursion. There used to be an elven empire in the east. I suggest we venture there and find those others who may know more. I will look for life in the east. Hands out knowledge as a guaranteed reward. Okay, we need to make it over there. That's probably where we'll send our scout. Well, we have to start off with a good old fight. Spring Fairy has the poison blast and budding strength. You guys are melee attacks. Let us jump on in. Oh, he starts on a boar. Very nice. Ah, we don't have to worry about our berserk anymore. Praise the Lord. What do you have? Twin Awakening. Yeah. Oi. Oi. Yeah. Shield wall. Okay. Overdraw. Deals damage, cancels defense mode, and removes retaliation. Ah, right. We have our scout as well. Nice shot. Oh, you can taunt. Put you in the trees. You can kill this unit, so let's do it. You have a one-time attack. Your chances aren't very high here. So we'll keep you in the trees, and you got the hit. Bolstering Chant heals 20 temporary hit points and gains 2 bolstered defense. Okay, I don't think we want to start using our mana yet. They revived? Not a bad choice. Alright, you guys can finish here, but you can finish instead. Let's take that. And then you guys can finish here. That way you can move on in here. Nice. Oh my gosh, we just hit our own dude. And it automatically puts him in shield wall. That's great. Yeah, that's amazing. Nice. Now everybody should get some boosted XP. You're already 2 levels. Okay, so jumps to an additional target, or yeah, we want this one. And then you also have taunt. We're gonna want straight defenses. When entering defense mode. Maybe we start with going like the HP route. We'll get you taunted. You're gonna be our damage dealer. Scatter shot, sniper shot. That increases your range. And that's no actions. I like scatter shot. Alright, I'm gonna start sending you east. We can also see about, it's the Prospect Province. Spell-tempered shields is ready. Non-industrial units. Gives them more vision or more movement. What are you guarding? Oh, a creature. Oh my gosh. Bone dragons? Now, does this end your turn? It does. Okay, that's good to know. This will give us an additional unit. I mean, I guess, yeah, why not? This is a hero. Ortia. I feel like you should be joining us. Although your purple eyes kind of throw me off. Are you undead? Oh my gosh, you have decent gear. And you summon a warhound. Let's do it. Oi. Scatter shot's decent. Let's go Twin Awakening on yourself. Let's go ahead and pop that scatter shot. Nice. And then... let's pop... a taunt on... I might just go defense mode here. Ah, taunted our own. Ooh. Sundered defenses and sundered resistances. Yep, that's fine. You're in the trees. You could kill regardless. Are you immobilized? Oh, you'll just go at the end of the turn, maybe? Alright, you're gonna shoot here. And then I think I'm gonna give you another turn. Oh, we can't. Oh, damn. I forgot about that. Because you're a hero. Yeah, let's get involved here. Let's try to taunt you. Nice. And then I'm gonna move you up on the archers. Perfect. Well, apparently you already moved. Did you go defense mode? Oh, word. Take it. That's a decent flanking attack. Move you here. That's a lot of damage. You can finish this unit. And then you can get a nice shot here. And then you should be able to finish. What did you hit me with? Assassin strike. Let's end the turn. This is crazy. That they just constantly, like, revive themselves. Okay, you can finish. I am a little worried here, but it says that you'll be able to kill. Perfect. And then this should pick us up another unit. A Wind Rager. Tier 2 unit, we'll take it. That does hurt our mana upkeep, but... For an additional unit, take it. The remains have been collected. Right now we have a Warlock, a Spellblade, and a Ranger. Houndmaster's Charm. Yeah, we'll give that to you. You got a sword and net, but I like what you have. Okay. The Eternal Court victory reached. What the heck does that mean? So we can, like, complete it anyway. Oh my gosh, look at all this. Just keep getting gold, we'll take it. We do have a tower up here that I would like to hit. By an infestation, though. Outpost costs 25% less gold. Founding and upgrading outpost takes one less turn. Eh. Feel like we should go for another scout next. Meeting a lost emperor Enoch the Fallen. You are greeted by an apparition. Once this was a powerful emperor, but now merely a fragment of his soul is left. He does not seem to notice his own incorporeality. Or reality. Incorporeality. You guys know what I mean. You address Enoch the Fallen, lost emperor of the Aldweld Elves, ruler of the Eternal Court. I will not allow my throne to be taken, not by Archon law, nor by lesser mortals. The Valley of Wonders is mine, and mine alone. Forever, as is my eternal birthright. All who oppose me are nothing but usurpers. All invaders in this realm will be eradicated. This court will be eternal. The apparition of lost emperor Enoch the Fallen cannot be negotiated with. And we are at war. I gotta assume that this is gonna be an ally over here. I would like to scout with you. Base upkeep, that's not bad. Alright, what do we need? That requires 2 farms. I think we should start with the quarry. Although we could get this mine. Now let's start with the quarry so we get the boost. Then we can get the shrine going. Okay. All friendly units lose all stacks of bolster defense and bolster resistance. For each stack they gain strengthen and fortune. Purging arrows. I'm gonna do purging. No. Let's do the buff. Okay, free gold stash. It's gonna be all of our mana. We do have a decent amount of gold. I'm gonna get another scout going. Let's get that shrine to help our mana income. Okay, so we have a pretty good idea of what's going on over here. I might send you underground. We could probably take out that monster den, honestly. Alright, you are up to level 4. We're gonna get you some more HP, because you're pretty low. Sniper shot and scatter shot now leave afflicting miasma. Units passing through or ending their turn on this hex will be inflicted with weakened. Units on this hex will have afflicted. Or now bypass 50% of the target's defense and resistance. I think I'm gonna go piercing shot. We're gonna try and get max damage with you. Okay, let's end another turn. It's a magic material. Iron deposits. Knowledge stash. Let's grab the gold. Okay, we have another underground passage. Knowledge stash. What do we want to do with you? I'm not ready to take on the Eternal Court. Suppose we could go check out the underground for now. Because you need to get some healing done. Though I am a little tempted to maybe take out these guys. Or here. Maybe we just start clearing folks. A Bone Wyvern, an Astral Keeper, and a Skeleton Militia. What are you guys? Wild Speakers, you can conjure animals. You have a Bone Horror. Signature skill already. We want Initiate of Materium. Base attacks have a 60% chance of removing one positive effect, or at the start of each turn gain +2 defense until the next, or until the unit moves. Increase your defense further. Ten upkeep. Could get more mana over here. Like, we could pop an outpost here. To pick up this additional mana. Let's go ahead and fight this. Yep, never mind. You have a literal phase beast. That is nuts. Okay, well, we're going that way then. Let's go ahead and enchant our bearded women. And let's end the turn. That seems a bit dangerous. It's a high-risk battle. I don't like that either. What the heck is that? You meet Wild Guardian Sylvani Laurel, who leads what seems to be the few remaining living souls on this realm. Thank the All-Father for your arrival, King Gimli Ironheart. The Eternal Court, this realm on our beloved homeworld, was once a beautiful place, Sylvani laments. Now a terrible curse has taken it. Souls of the dead roam like the living. Many who lived here either fled or perished themselves, their souls unable to move on. Something or someone is keeping them here. I have tried to investigate, but I could not venture far. Nevertheless, I will share everything I know. For 6 turns, we gain 18 knowledge per turn. Sylvani inhales deeply. It all started after Shadow Prince Meandor of House Iniok settled here. He is a savior of many, but I fear he has gone mad. When Meandor arrived in this realm, he was welcomed with open arms, as any elf would be. However, as time passed, he grew more disturbed. He would mutter about past betrayals and speak to people no one else saw, but we dared not intervene. Not long after, souls started to roam. I believe Shadow Prince Meandor of House Iniok is the cause of all this. His undead consort, Dark Lady Melenis the Lifeless, arrived recently and claimed a throne in the south. She may know more. Thank you. That's it? You guys don't actually have like a keep or nothing? What the hecky? No, you guys do have land. City structures cost 20% less gold to build. Basic seafaring. Mines grant 5 mana. Throne City and cities that share a border with the Throne City gain 10% in all types of income. So we need to share borders. Gain the breastplate of the champion. That's pretty solid. Special province improvements grant 5 gold. Province improvements grant 1 city stability for each adjacent province improvement of the same type. Instantly gain 2,000 gold. Gain a siege project slot. We can get that times 2, no? Could we have 4 siege projects? The cost of special province improvements. All currently active units permanently gain 1 defense and resistance. Your units regenerate an additional 1 hit points per 2 move points they have remaining at the end of your turn. Base unit upkeep is reduced by 10% per rank that unit has. Okay. Okay, at least we can kind of see what's going on here now. Looks like there's plenty of ways to travel, but shrine is done. Why does everything need 2 farms? Guess we should start getting farms then. And let's start with the library since it's the quickest to be completed. And end the turn. Steel Fury Chant. Let's go Sundering Blade. Our next scout is done. I feel like we should bring you back. Maybe send you up this way. There's a lot of caves. Alright, let's bring in another Arbalest. Fate brings us together once more. Negotiate. Wizard's Bond. The throne city of each ruler will be revealed. Rulers can call each other to war. Open borders. Why are they indifferent to us? It's because we just met in our threat level. Alright, well, I'm gonna assume that you guys have this area covered. So we'll end another turn. Sundrin approaches you, disturbed. She rubs her temples. The realm, it whispers to me. I hear voices of those I'd thought long lost. They call me. They ask for me. To meet them. I can no longer ignore these voices. Please, King Gimli Ironheart, I must go to them. Hands out experience. Please allow me to visit the sources of the voices I keep hearing. Very well, we shall venture there. But do we need her to venture down there? Or can we, like, just send a scout down there? What is this? That's the Eternal Throne. So maybe that's where we'll send our scout next. Okay, they don't seem to be moving. I would like to start taking out these units. You have zombies, sunders, and skeleton mages. Sundering blades, and we can pick a new tome. We will be going Tome of Rock.
Earth. Rock. The very foundation of the world beneath our feet. Embrace it. Harness it. Use its solidity for both protection and pain. Call forth minions of stone and turn your own skin into the hardest rock.
Yeah, let's go obsidian weapons isn't huge because everybody's undead. Let's go Earthkin. We can get another hero. We'll start gathering a force over there. We want to pick up these towers, which is why we're moving up here. Are there any towers like in this area? There is one down this way. Let's start heading down there. We can annex another province. Let's get the farm here. Because the closer you can be to your own territory, the better. And now we can get, like, the stonemason and the market going. We don't want another ranger, so it's between Spellblade and Warlock. Prospector. All gold income and clearing resource nodes. You're a specialist governor, though. But apparently we should be taking advantage of those. Enemies rout or fortifying governor. I'm gonna go the Spellblade. We can excavate. Mines grant 5 mana. We have another arbalist ready. Let's get you moving on up. Okay. What's auto combat give us? Not too shabby. 62 mana and a crown. Grants 1 resistance. And then we're gonna want to bring you back into your own territory, so you can get some healing going. You can link up with this arbalist. You're gonna fall back to heal. You're gonna make your way towards this tower. Eternal Court is already sending a war party. That's fantastic. And then let's go ahead and get an Anvil Guard going. We're doing just fine on gold, so I'm gonna keep pushing out units. We need a population of 5, and then we can get this going, which will unlock Halberdiers and Steel Shapers. But before we go any further, we are gonna go ahead and end things here. So next time, we're gonna work on getting these 2 towers, explore some more of the area, hopefully clearing some of these areas to get our guys some experience. You guys are already veterans, so you'll have an additional, what, 20? Yeah, 20 HP on all our units. You have plus 10 HP. Level 4 and level 3 on our heroes. We got a 3rd hero going, building up a 2nd army. All looks wonderful. Spellblade, you have shoot crossbow and quick stab right now. Nothing too wild. And then maybe by next episode we can start pushing on the Eternal Court. I wonder how vassalizing works. We could just conquer the city and then get access to this, which would give us Brewer and Butcher Ogres. What does this give us? Astral Keepers. Okay, all of that next time. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.